Wait, you guys, come take a look at this, Jordan said, and the catch in his voice got their attention. He was standing on the far side of the desk, his flashlight pointed at the wall, where there were even more photos hanging in frames. How awful, Dan said. Quiet, Abby spoke, in barely a whisper. She moved closer to one of the pictures, gently wiping the dust off the glass frame with her sleeve. It was a photograph of a little girl, no older than 9 or 10, with light-colored hair down to her shoulders. She was standing up, her hand resting on what looked like the armrest of a chair, like she was posing for a formal portrait. She had on a patterned dress and was wearing fine jewelry, but a jagged scar slashed across her forehead, and there was something wrong with her eyes. She looked so sad, Abby said. Sad was one way to put it. Empty was another. Abby stood still, staring so deeply into the photograph that it looked like she was in a trance. Dan didn't have the heart to tell her that given the scar on the little girl's forehead and the emptiness in her eyes, it was likely that she'd been given a lobotomy. What kind of monsters would perform a lobotomy on a little girl? The picture hanging next to it shocked him from his thoughts. It showed a patient struggling, pinned by 2 orderlies in white aprons and restrained by a muzzle on his face. One of the orderlies holding him looked positively evil. Dan was mesmerized by the photograph. Who had taken it, or any of these pictures for that matter, and who had hung them up on the wall? Asylum by Madeleine Roux is a creepy photo-illustrated novel that tells the story of 16-year-old Dan Crawford and the summer he spent in the New Hampshire College Prep program. This is the chance of a lifetime for Dan, and he is excited until he finds out that the usual summer housing has been closed and that all students must now stay in the crumbling Brookline dorm, an old psychiatric hospital. Although the place is undoubtedly creepy, Dan finds himself drawn to discovering more about Brookline's dark past. As he begins uncovering Brookline's unsettling secrets with his new friends, Abby and Jordan, he realizes that he and his friends are somehow linked to the asylum's disturbing past. As Dan and his friends try to connect the past with the present, what will they uncover, and what role do they play in the asylum's history? Who is behind the attacks on the students in Brookline? Is there still a deranged serial killer on the loose in this small New Hampshire town? Who will make it out alive? Find out the answers to these questions and more when you pick up a copy of Asylum by Madeleine Roux, if you dare. You won't be able to put it down, and you'll find yourself begging for more.